Mashirao Ojiro. That's it. That's the intro because I bet most of you didn't even know who this was before showing a picture. And that's the point. Ojiro is Class 1A's resident, oh, him guy. Everyone in Class 1A has their own personality and things that make them normal people, but Ojiro's whole point is that he's boring. He's a very basic quirk, just having a tail. He doesn't have much of a personality, and he barely talks. With having so many classmates as side characters, I get the struggle. It's hard to focus on each and every person, but I think the way Ojiro was handled was pretty poor, but I do know how to fix it. This is how I would rework Ojiro to make him a more relevant character in the story. During Deku's vigilante arc, everyone was having a personal moment with Deku, like Mineta talking about the USJ incident, or like Sero thinking back to the training they had together. Ojiro's moment was talking about how he was hypnotized by Shinso, and honestly, wasn't as meaningful as the others. Even Sugar Man had a better moment. This got me thinking, Deku and Ojiro should have had such a closer friendship in the beginning of the story. Ojiro is as average as it comes. Look at his first stats in the Ultra Archive book. He stands out less than the Visible Girl. We all know Deku's hardships in trying to keep up with his classmates in the start of My Hero, so it fits perfectly to make Ojiro and Midoriya rivals. Not rivals to the extent of him and Bakugo, but remember when Ida called himself a rival to Deku during the sports festival? I always found that weird because at that time, those two were in completely different leagues. But having Ojiro as a rival makes the playing field even. Both him and Deku are physical fighters and are near the bottom of the class in certain aspects. Remember, this is the beginning of the series we're talking about. This will be a friendly rivalry with them cheering each other on, striving to become better. Beyond that, imagine how Ojiro's fighting style could influence how Deku moves. Because if there's one thing about Ojiro that stands out, is how fluid his moves are and how he can really maneuver with his tail. Deku could learn these movements instead of isolated Detroit smashes or shoot style kicks. He can actually have a fighting style, so full calling is even more dangerous. And it won't be a one-sided friendship. Deku could help Ojiro with strategic thinking, and instead of being just a kinda good physical fighter, he can take charge of a battlefield and use maneuverability to get high ground and survey the area. This would be a great behind-the-scenes friendship, like how Ochiko and Tsuyu are obviously friends and they probably hang out when not fighting in literal wars. This is a shorter video, but it's Ojiro we're talking about, so you can't blame me. But Ojiro's unassuming nature I feel like could have been enhanced more in the story. Having a slightly bigger part of the plot would have made it a lot better. What do you think? Does Ojiro need a rework or is he perfectly fine? Drop your thoughts in the comments down below. Alright, peace.